up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Sippin' Sports. Dalton here with Chris. KJ's going to be joining us in 1 second. But it is a very exciting day in Philadelphia sports. The boys are crossing the pond over to London for that London series. We got a ton to talk about today. How you doing today, Chris?
I'm doing really good. Phillies are still the best team in baseball. We're the second best team in baseball. Don't come at me, Yankees fans. This isn't a fight. You guys are killing it too. But, the Phillies are just rolling right now. And now we're going over to damn pond to go steamroll the fucking Mets again. So I'll take another sweep against the Mets. Why not?
And here to deliver the news is actually a paper boy from England himself. What's the news looking like, KJ? I'm loving the fit.
Top of the morning to you there, chaps. What's going on? London series today. It's the London series. The paper's looking good. I just saw the paper. The headlines is it's going to be a massacre in London. The Mets are going to die. It's going to be a massacre. We're going to be smoking the Mets today. Smoking them.
This is cracking me up right now. So
get ready there, boys. Come on, chaps. Let's go. It's going to be amazing.
All the real UK Phillies fans out there, you guys will have to let us know how this is. But in all seriousness, I'm loving
Sounds Irish to me.
Already. No, that's his Irish Mac hat, but that was a good British impression, and the pipe really stole it.
It was British.
The pipe stole it. The pipe was good. I like it. I think it was great.
This is my grandfather's pipe. Don't worry, it hasn't been used in like 40 years. So,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, how are you feeling about the whole lunge on series, KJ?
I'm feeling good. It is just like another game, but I've just been hyping it up as like a joke. Not a joke, but the whole thing, it looks fun. We saw the videos, the festivities and everything like that. It looks like they're having a good time. Like Chase Utley's like doing a home run derby or whatever with some Mets player that no one really knows or whatever, but
I'm going to block you during this week because I don't know how to control my emotions like a man. JJ, get the fuck out of our show, dude. We don't even want you here anymore. You block people. We wanted to have you on this show to talk shit with Matt Bear. It would have been fun, and you blocked me after that. Bro, you've pretty much lost all of my respect now. So at this point,
I've lost respect for you now, doll. That's what I've lost.
I wanted JJ to come on the show. I reach out. You blocked me, dude. You literally blocked me on Instagram. I went to you and it said cannot message. This account doesn't follow you or something. I tried to reach out. I tried to text you. Yeah, JJ, get out of here. We got beef. But you guys know who's also got beef? Nick Sirianni and Hurts. There's definitely something going on. Chris, I'll let you speak on it first because you were the one who brought it up. It's not a good look, right?
Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen already, it was like Hurts was asked about the new role of Nick Sirianni and how he's doing because Sirianni was mostly dealing with the offense last year. Now he's kind of, overseeing everything and not really helping one position group or the other. So it was a really weird question asked. It was like, how would you evaluate the way Nick Sirianni's been so far? And, it's weird because why are you asking Hurts to evaluate that? He's trying to learn a completely new offense right now. He's you said it was 95% of the playbook is new to him. Why would he be paying attention to what the fuck Sirianni's doing? That to me is stupid. It concerns me a little bit with the answer. He wasn't straight up, coming forward, Sirianni's been fine or anything like that. He was like, good question. It was a really weird answer. I don't know. I really hope this is nothing. I'm praying this is nothing. I'm praying this is just, WIP trying to make something that it's not. But, the way they fell apart last year, if this is something, it's going to be bad. And that's my biggest fear with this team. Yeah, they got all the talent in the world, but if they don't play as a team, they're going to suck again. That's my worry.
It's a decent fear. KJ, what were your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it was very shocking, as Chris said. I saw the interview, and usually Hurts is really a positive guy. He always tries to come up with. I mean, you kind of hear it every year. He's like, we just gonna take it one game at a time or something like that. Or he's always trying to just like really be like really positive with his answers. But it seemed like, as Chris said as well, like he just like he kind of avoided the question and really gave like a really uncharacteristic response, which was like kind of concerning for me as well. I mean, because as we saw last year, there was some turmoil in the locker room we heard about and whatever, but like it seemed like everybody got their contracts like figured out, the players that we wanted back and everything like that, except for Hassan Reddick. But I mean, for the most part, it was just, yeah, it was concerning to see that. As Chris said as well, I hope it just blows over. And I think it is really the good thing is it's early. So whatever problems they have now, hopefully Lori and Roseman can bring both sides together and whatever and try and just like be like, okay, what's the problem here? And they address the problem and they really try and get this ready. It's good that we can realize this now and this isn't happening during the season because I feel like this is like a fix you can fix. I mean, it's early enough now. I mean, we got a couple months before it's, I mean, September and we got it's football season. So yeah, I am a little worried, but not like super worried, I would say. Like I'm not falling off a cliff right now, I would say.
Do you think it's time for Kenny Pickett?
Heck no, it's not. But it is. I will tell you one thing though. I've been hearing though in practice as well though that Hurts has not really been performing. And I know it's a little early now, but I've heard
It's a
that like
completely new offense. It's completely different than what he's done
completely new
before.
offense. Yeah, I mean,
So I think they need to figure out the balance of, how much is he going to run, how much is he going to throw. It's a different offense for a quarterback who's different. Like he's a different quarterback than Dak Prescott. He's a different quarterback than Justin Herbert. He's a faster quarterback than Herbert. He's a faster quarterback than Prescott.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be a different scheme. He's going to be dumping off the ball a lot more motion. It could be confusing at first. So we'll see how he handles it. And I hope that, Kenny Pickett is handling it well too as a backup because they're probably going to need him for a couple games because Hurts misses a game or two every year. It's just how it is. So we'll see. And that's a lot of these things could be looked at as they're on the quarterback. But, if A.J. Brown doesn't run the route the way he's supposed to, or Devontae Smith runs it wrong, or Saquon Barkley takes the wrong hole, it makes him look worse. And it'll make Hurts look worse than anybody else because you don't know, did they run the route right? Did they run it wrong? And maybe this is just the defense being really good. Could be that too.
Yeah.
We'll see. Because they got so much talent on offense and defense.
Yeah.
That if that defense is just really good, it might be what it is.
I wonder too, like, do you guys ever, I think with this, I did watch it yesterday when Chris sent it to me. And I think like KJ made a good point during his take too, that it's out of character for Jalen Hurts to see this. Like Jalen Hurts is usually that guy that 10 different things can be happening and he's calm as hell. That's why we love him as our QB. I wonder if it's almost like everybody's human to an extent. You know what I mean? And when like people are just dealing with a lot of shit and they just unintentionally like get asked a dumb question or something, like a reporter's probably like it was kind of a dumb question. Like, what do you think of like his, like, that's not Jalen Hurts' job. Like that's out of Jalen Hurts' realm. That's out of his wheelhouse. Granted, he could have gave a better answer for it. Like, hey, I think from my knowledge as the QB, he's doing a great job, but I don't want to speak out of term. You know what I mean? Like that's, a head coaching position. I'm the quarterback. I don't have those responsibilities of overseeing the defense and things like that. So I wonder if he's almost just like, I don't want to say flustered, but spent emotionally. Like being the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles is an exhausting job. So I wonder if he's just had enough shit and if he's just like done getting asked the dumbass questions. And yes, it's out of character. Maybe he had a human mistake though. Maybe he was just like, come on, are you kidding me? This dumb shit. And then he said it an answer that is going to hurt him, but he'll learn from it. That's the thing about Jalen Hurts. He doesn't make the same mistake twice.
I mean, I don't think it's a dumb question though. I really think it's actually appropriate. I mean, because obviously now with Sirianni and his role, I mean, that's literally how it's going to be. Because last year he wasn't calling the plays, and this year he's not calling the plays. So I think that's where I think it's an appropriate question, and Hertz did answer it in a uncharacteristic way, as we said before. But yeah, as I said as well, I mean, it is earlier. I mean, they could try and squash it. I mean, they could try and fix it, and hopefully they do, because if you don't fix it, I mean, this is already a really big red flag for the team. If this is already a problem, and this also progresses to the regular season, I mean, it'll be a problem. But I think they will figure it out. I mean, Saquon Barkley didn't join here to be part of bullcrap. I don't think that's why Saquon joined here. So I
Hurts,
think, if anything, what's up?
Hurts wasn't real confident in any of the answers that he had the other day.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Maybe.
he's like,
Yeah.
I hope he's not losing his confidence, because if that happens, they're fucked.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he's a little bit like, okay, Kenny Pickett, a former starting quarterback, I mean, from Pittsburgh, is here now. And he's
I
actually
don't,
playing pretty decent in the practices that they've had. They've had the mini camps a little bit. And maybe that's why he's like a little intimidated by it. But I mean, I believe in Jalen's confidence. I do think he will honestly get over this whole thing, over this whole hump, and we'll see him be the elite quarterback we know he is. But yeah, I mean, I think it might have to do with just like him just kind of being, as Dalt said, kind of just tired right now, and he's just trying to figure out how he can answer these questions, and he just kind of needs to learn, and I think he will. I think he's very mature for his age, and I mean his position.
That's the one thing we all agree on as Eagles fans. I saw you guys shake your head when I said it. He doesn't make the same mistake twice. That's why we all love James. He learns from it. So
unless it's in a Tampa Bay game.
All right, yeah. Uncalled shots for. There you go, Jalen Hurts. If there's a chance that you're listening to our podcast, shots fired. Hey, anybody got a couple bucks laying around? Chris and I were trying to do a calculation with our calculators of how much it might cost us to buy some steak into the, yeah, you take credit. I was saying to Chris as well before the show, if any of you guys are a fan from Mac from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I'm drawing a blank on his real name. I think it's Rob McElroy. I don't want to be wrong on that.
Yep.
I think it's
anyway. Yeah, it's a very Irish last name, so maybe Irish Mac will have to make an appearance later. But point being,
oh, don't you know, laddie? Don't you know?
I just think if a celebrity buys stake in this team, it's going to only be a good thing for the Eagles. Like having somebody like Bradley Cooper around every Sunday, or somebody like It's Always Sunny in Philly Mac, it would be great. I'm wondering how much I got to scrape up to buy into this team, because my Uncle Keith talked about it on This Week on 302 Birds, and he said this was one of the best investments ever made in NFL history. Jeffrey Lurie bought the Eagles for $200 million. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Him and his mother. The team is now worth like $5 billion. That's a pretty big nut. You know what I mean? That's a pretty big growth. So you got to give Lurie credit where it's due for just being, like my Uncle Keith said, a visionary, a businessman, knowing when to step in, when not to step in. You know, he's not perfect, but he's very well good. And he's the best owner we've ever had, because he's the first person to bring us a Super Bowl. I don't think he's going to sell a lot, because Julian's coming in the picture soon. Julian Lurie's a great kid. It's been like his whole life committed to owning this team. Like that's what he's born to do. I think he's going to do a great job of it. But Chris made a good point before the show too, saying I think he's going to want to get some money recouped. You know what I mean? Well, he can.
Yeah, I have a couple theories on this. Just bear with me. And none of this is, I don't know anything really. But the one theory could be, Lurie's getting older, and maybe he doesn't think his son is able to do the job that he does. Now, I mean, Jeffrey Lurie is probably the top 5 owner in all of football. To try to step in those shoes is ridiculous. But he's not selling a management part stake. The other theory I have is Jeffrey Lurie has spent more money than any other owner in the NFL on players over the last few years. And it's a lot of money to spend. There's a lot of money in taxes and all this stuff. So maybe he's trying to recuperate some of this money. Not that he's going broke, but I mean, when he bought the team, he wasn't like uber rich. So, I mean, compared to most of us, he is uber rich. but it's maybe he's trying to recuperate that initial $200,000 investment or $200 million investment, and he can do that with selling stake. Now, what he should do is do what the Packers do and make it public shares, and we can go and we can all buy a piece of the Eagles.
Yes, that is a great point. I'll tell you one thing. So it's funny you mentioned the Packers because one of my teachers back in high school, he actually had a plaque, and I always wondered why he was a Packers fan. I mean, he's like from like Western Pennsylvania, and yeah, apparently like one of his grandfathers was a Packers fan, but he has like this plaque in the classroom, and I would always see it. It's like right in front of his desk, and it's a plaque, and it says Packers partial owner, like 0.1% or whatever it is. It's pretty cool, and it's like an official NFL document. But yeah, that's the one thing. I mean, you can look in Madden where like you look at the franchises and you look at all the owners and everything. You got Laurie, you got Robert Kraft, you got Jerry Jones, for instance, and then you just see Packers and it says like shared ownership. It's like public ownership and everything like that. That would be cool for Eagles fans to get public ownership. That would be really nice, I think. I mean, I know that Mark Cuban recently just sold some of his stock of the Dallas Mavericks in the NBA. So, I mean, it just seems like some of these owners are starting to do that, and maybe they're feeling generous. Maybe they're just honestly like kind of
they're cashing out.
Yeah, they're just cashing out, and they're realizing their investment was a genius move. And I think for Laurie, it has been a genius move as Chris was saying. I mean, and Dalt was saying too. Jeffrey Lurie has led us to 2 Super Bowl appearances. One of them we won.
3, I think technically. The Patriots, wasn't he the owner? So you had the Patriots, and then the Chiefs. So 3, right?
Oh, yeah, Chiefs. Yeah, Chiefs. My bad. Yeah, Chiefs. So it's been 3 appearances. So, I mean, yes, he is the best Eagles owner in franchise history for sure.
He tried to buy the Patriots.
He did. Yeah, he's from the Boston area. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw a bunch of the Eagles were at game 1 of the Dallas Mavericks and Celtics NBA Finals. They were just there. So it was like A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jeffrey Lurie, and a bunch of other Eagles. But Jeffrey Lurie is a Boston, I guess Boston native. So he tried to buy the Patriots, but Robert Kraft like beat him to it. So that's why he bought the Eagles. But I think he's glad though. And I think like he also says like it felt even better though to beat the Patriots when we won that Super Bowl because like he grew up as a Patriots fan. So I mean like that was even sweeter for him. It was a sweeter victory. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see like what kind of logistics will happen. I mean like if we will get shares in the Eagles, I mean that would be cool though. But I don't know. You're gonna have to wait and see.
I've always wondered that too. Like, so we've talked about it like hypothetically. I know KJ and I when he came down for the Eagles Autism Challenge fundraiser that we did. And I was like, KJ, we were talking about expansion teams. Like what states could get a team next? And I jokingly said to KJ, what about the Wilmington Wizards? I don't know that I would ever like, that's the thing about Eagles fans. And tell me if I'm wrong. I could not change my team, even if I was the owner of a team. Like, I love the NFL. Being an NFL owner, I think would be a dream job for me if I could do it. Like, would I invest in the Ravens or in the Cardinals if I couldn't invest in the Eagles? Probably. Would I become a Cardinals or Ravens fan? I'm on tape right now, probably telling you guys if somebody wants to go back to this tape 20, 30 years from now, if it actually happens, it won't. But if it ever did, I'm a root for the Birds. Like, that's how it's going to go.
Wait. You said birds. You said birds, but
sorry. Yes, let me clarify. The Philadelphia Eagles. Let's go.
Yes. Okay, cool.
I'll still root for the Birds, but my home team, my home alliance, who I'll always root for in my heart and always think of as my team, will be the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, you can't just take away those memories. Like, money doesn't buy fandom to an extent, right? Am I wrong about that?
That's right. The freaking Eagles, not the Cardinals, not the Ravens.
I mean, you'll still root for that team that you own.
Eagles.
But not
they're
like
playing the
Eagles.
Cowboys. I might even throw on a fucking jersey. Who knows? I might feel frisky and put on a jersey.
Just a 70-year-old doll out there.
Yeah. And then like I'm yelling at somebody. Fuck you, Julian. I wish I could have bought into the team, damn it.
Yeah.
I'm just salty about it.
Screw you and screw your family.
Nah, in all
would you
seriousness,
do?
I do love the Lurries. It's all jokes with them. They're great people. And I think Julian's going to do a good job. I just would love if Julian, if you ever want to sell the team, and if I ever have money, or if maybe me and these three guys ever can, scrape up some dough, like I said earlier.
I got $5.
$5 and a paper clip.
Yep.
Give me something, Lurie. All right,
Dude,
so moving on.
I would pay for that, just public share plaque thing that KJ
Do you
was
just
talking
hold
about.
it? How does that work? Like you buy it, you hold it, and then you sell it, and you can just make money on
I
it?
don't know that the Packers ones are worth anything.
Yeah, I don't know if they're worth anything because, so what he told me was I was like, so how does this work? And he was telling me that so he has a plaque. He got framed how you get I got a diploma frame right there. But that's different. But that's how it looked. And I was like, so they just send it to you, and he's like, yeah. And there's meetings and whatever, but you don't have to go to them. But they're in Green Bay. So, but apparently a bunch of fans go there and they congregate and whatever, and I mean they have a big meeting and whatever, but you don't always have to go because there's a lot of Packers share owners that don't even live anywhere near Green Bay, and
you don't actually have any say. It's not there's I mean,
Yeah.
I last year the Braves put some of their shares up, and I bought into them on one of the stock apps, and it was just like a normal stock. So
what? Wait! What? You bought
I think the
Braves?
I think the call sign. Yeah, because I want to say I own the Braves.
Okay. Okay.
Come on.
Yeah. Sure. I mean,
I don't know I don't know if I can still put my money into it. I'm with KJ, but I do see your
either.
point. So wait, what was the experience like buying into a team?
It was just like any other stock. I think the call sign was BATRA. And I think I bought one share. I think it was $45 a share or something like that.
Oh,
and it was like a normal stock. It goes up, it goes down. I could sell it whenever I wanted to. I think I wound up selling it, and I made a little bit of a profit on it. But it's like any other share basically. But
for a short period of time there, you own the Braves, literally.
I did own the Braves.
That's crazy,
especially in the playoffs.
I was a little confused at first, but now I'm like, okay, you know what? That's a big FU to the Braves.
I think I made a TikTok on that saying I own the Braves.
So
I just thought you were saying that.
Speaking of owning certain teams, I did actually manage to find a guest today. I don't know if KJ has seen it yet because I don't know if he has the access, but I did actually scrape up somebody to get here, and it's for the Phillies Mets upcoming London series. If you guys don't know, today at 1:00 and tomorrow at 10:10, cheerio. Phillies are going to be going against the Mets. Should be a lot of fun. Expand into it. And look at who is here representing his team.
He's got to wear his sunglasses to hide the tears.
I look drunk. I feel like I'm stoned as hell right now because I'm about to watch Met baseball in 3 hours. Surely it's going to be a good day. Just kidding. We fucking suck this year. I'm not even going to hide it.
I gotta say, JJ, your voice doesn't sound as raspy anymore.
Broken.
You've been laying off the cigarettes a little bit.
Listen, man, I can't talk shit this year. Y'all are the best team in baseball right now. I can't talk shit.
Do you actually think we're the best team in baseball? Are you fucking with me right now, or do you actually think that? Don't play with my emotions, JJ.
To be 100% with you, I feel like the Yankees are probably the best team in baseball.
Fair.
Okay, that's fair. But are we second?
Yeah, I put you number 2.
Wow,
I'll put you number 2.
Wow, I never would have thought that the day that JJ Seglio would give appreciation. How crazy are you going to go today if the Mets somehow find a way to beat the Phillies? You're going to talk your shit? I hope so.
If the Mets can win one of these games, it would probably be this one because Ranger Suarez is so inconsistent against the Mets. He has one good game against us, then he gives up 6 against us. It's a weird system the way that Ranger Suarez pitches against the Mets. That being said, however,
it's a weird place to pitch too.
It is.
It's going to be really weird, foreign environment. It's going to be a weird couple games. And I think this is the stretch here that worries me the most about the Phillies is coming back from London. Whenever you go on these trips, it seems like, some of these teams will stumble and then, not do as well as they did the past couple weeks. And hopefully it doesn't matter as much for us because we're up by so much, but who knows? I mean, there's still a long way to go in the season.
There is a long way to go. And you Philly fans have been reminding me this every single year when it gets to the second half of the season, because that's normally the time where we fall off a cliff. And I'll tell you something right now. If we somehow, by the grace of the Queen or whoever, I'm kidding. The Queen's dead.
Queen's dead.
I'm sorry, royal family. I'm sorry.
If by the grace of King Charles we
Princess Diana.
sweep the Philadelphia Phillies, we would go on to play a 3-game series against the Marlins. We sweep that. Next thing you know, we're only 2 games under 500, probably in a wild card spot. So there is still a long way to go. And I will say this. If y'all give up a home run to Luis Torrens, you will never hear the end of it from me because that dude's on a heater right now. He had 2 bombs in the last game against the Nationals, which we swept, which was as expected. But, of course, the first game was not easy, almost blowing a 4-run lead in the 9th inning. Second game was much cleaner. Third game was a 9-1 win. So I'm feeling good going into this. I feel like we are going to win today and lose tomorrow because I just don't know. It's going to be an interesting experience to say the least. But
Hey, Segs, can I also ask you something real quick?
hit me, buddy.
What did you think of these?
Disgusting.
Oh yeah.
Disgusting. It's
Yeah.
another typical L from the disgusting, putrid country of England. Now, here's what I'm going to say. You're going to want to hear this. I said I had a rant planned. You thought it was going to be about the Phillies. I'm going off on fucking England. I'm going to tell you this right now. Here's my thing with England.
The
Olympian guys,
You better watch it, old chop.
You guys thought that Cowboy fans were bad. You thought that Nick fans were bad. Chris, you thought Maple Leaf fans were bad. Try putting all 3 of them together. You will have fans of England. Their soccer fans are the most insufferable pieces of human trash I've ever seen. It's the same thing every single time their country plays in a tournament. They're all singing, "It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home." You haven't won in 55 years. The Dallas Cowboys have won a Super Bowl more recently than you've won a tournament. Not to mention
The Mets have won a World Series more recently.
That too.
Yeah.
That too. Not to mention last year, and by the way, I'm only saying this because the Euros are coming up, and by the way, Italy's winning back-to-back Euros. You don't agree with me? Then debate a wall. Y'all played every single game on your home stadium in Wembley, and you ended up missing 3 penalties in a row and losing to a team called fucking Italy. It's not coming home this year. I wouldn't be shocked if you don't even make it out the first round. It's staying in Rome. That's all I got to say.
I finally agree with JJ on something.
Yeah,
Fuck England and fuck Canada. Fuck the Queen. Fuck the King. Fuck them all.
Oh my God.
This is America, bitch.
This is America.
You guys are ready for the Olympics. Just Team America the whole way. Are you? Wait, JJ, who do you root for in the Olympics? Like, do you root for USA or Italy or both?
So it's funny you mentioned this. When it comes to basketball, I'm Team USA. When it comes to soccer, I'm Italy. When it comes
so Italy's an interesting team. That cracks me up though that I'm all USA, but I get it. Italian. I guess if I was Italian, I would probably.
Look who decided to
Matt
show
Bear
up.
trying to join the show now. Sorry, Matt, you had to sleep in, man. I hope your Reese's Puffs and Cheerios are worth it.
He told us no yesterday. Fuck off, Matt Bear. You're fake.
Matt was not. Matt was.
I'm gonna be asleep with my teddy bear.
Matt was not prepared for the jet lag of a stream that was going to happen today.
Is Frank the Tank going to get arrested in London?
Is he there?
Is he in London?
Probably.
He's probably there. He's got to be. If they don't have him there, that's a failure of a brand, Barstool.
No,
if you are not paying for him to be there to get content,
no.
that's a failure of a brand.
JJ
might not
hates
fit on the plane.
Here's my thing with Frank. Listen, if you're going to go to London, keep his ass in London. We don't want him here. We all hate it. You guys love him. Guess what? Everybody says that Met fans love Frank. We all hate his guts. We all want him to jump ship.
Devils fans hate him too. The Devil
fans despise him. Devil fans despise him.
They can't stand him. They literally screamed at him, "Shut up, Frank! Shut up, Frank!"
I'll tell you what. If I ever see Frank the Tank in person, I'm giving him one of these. I don't care if I get thrown out of the building.
Dude, oh my God. I need to make you and Frank should go for one of those walks. I
would refuse. I'm refusing.
Yeah, JJ would not walk with him.
Instead, I'm running because I know it.
Dude.
JJ, oh my God.
No.
All right, so Phillies.
Hey, Josh, come here. I don't want to come over. I don't want to smoke a cigarette now.
I don't want to listen, man. I don't want to be listening to It's 1700 somewhere. The worst cover I've ever seen. Jimmy Buffett was probably rolling in his grave when he heard that song. Jesus Christ, that was atrocious.
So JJ, let me tell you how today's game is going to go.
We're going to get smoked.
Ranger Suarez, Ranger Danger, is going to go up on the mound, and he's going to deliver an absolute game. He's been on fire this year. I took him for the Cy Young when he was plus 1,000. I put $50 on it.
I think Shota is the guy that wins the Cy Young, but he's definitely making a very good case this year. I hear it.
Yeah, that's not a bad guy either. I just think for the Phils, Ranger's my guy. I think he's going to go out there like you're saying. He's going to paint. He's going to have a good day. And I think that the Phillies bats are going to come alive today.
Wait.
All of them. And I think even with the jet lag, even with the shit, give me an Alec Bohm home run today.
Hang on.
Be texting in the chat. Bomer.
Hang on. Segalo's got something to say.
The lineups are out for both teams.
Here we go.
Leading off for the Phillies, the designated hitter number 12, Kyle Schwarber.
Boston.
Batting second, the catcher number 10, JT Realmuto. Batting third, if the Mets are up by 10 runs, I don't care. If the Mets are up by 10 runs and this guy hits a home run, I'll be happy because I have him on my fantasy team. First baseman, Bryce Harper.
Yep, MVP. Me too. I have my fantasy team as well.
Batting cleanup, the guy that's projected to hit a home run, although he reeks ass when he plays against the Mets, Alec Bohm.
Bomer.
Today he's going to hit a Bomer. Watch it, JJ.
He's going to hit a Bomer, bud.
Batting fifth, if King Charles dies, this dude's going yard. Nick Castellanos.
Somebody get him, baby. Somebody get him.
Dude, I know there's some British people. If there's any British people out there, they're like, these scallywags, these guys are a bunch of assholes.
I hate your guts. I hate your guts. I hate you, England. I hate you.
They're throwing their fish and chips at the freaking screens and everything.
Listen, man.
Screw these assholes.
Listen, man. I've never prayed. Chris thought I hated teams like USC, the Braves, the Niners. I've never prayed on anyone's downfall more than I pray on England soccer. I pray on their downfall more than anybody in the world.
I will say I was on vacation once and they stereotyped the crap out of me. And they were like, oh, you guys probably just eat cheeseburgers and yell at the TV. That's what you guys do.
We do. That's exactly what I fucking do.
We do.
We do.
That's true. Yeah.
Congratulations.
I love how I'll say, I got to tell you guys that one after the show because I don't want to say it on here and get this flag. But if any of you guys saw the video that Filthy and Philly posted about the Brazil thing, what people from other countries say their go-to insult about America is, it's bad. I'll have to text you guys in the chat because I don't want to put it on here. Cowboys beat in the house. Big
Speaking of, we forgot to mention something, and this is actually before I get back to the Philly lineup. What do you guys think about you guys not being able to wear green in Brazil because of, I don't know what the hell it was.
Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of Eagles. Why don't you finish this lineup real quick, and then we'll get onto that.
All
right. To bottom half of the lineup, you got Stott, Sosa, Merrifield, Pache, and then you've got the starting lineup for your 2024-2025 World Series champions, the New York Metropolitans of Queensbridge, New York.
World Series champions? What universe? What universe?
Somebody's on crack cocaine.
Hey, man, that's Mets baseball for you. We got Lindor, Alonso, Nimmo, Martinez, Marte, Vientos, Bader, Iglesias, Torrens. Torrens is hitting a home run today. You heard it here first. So, I saw this report from Josh. Apparently, it's from Josh Jacobs is the one that clarified it. No, Josh Jacobs. And he said that apparently the Packers and the Eagles are not allowed to be wearing green jerseys in Brazil.
Wait, why would Josh Jacobs confirm that?
I don't know. I'm just reading off what I saw.
So this report is bullshit according to all authentic Brazilians. Filthy and Philly posted a video where a guy who lives in Brazil reacted to this video, and he was essentially like, "Stop treating us like we're like the jungle or like we're gonna kill people, because we're not. Like it's like the same. We're passionate about it. Like we might say something, but I don't think anything like that's gonna happen. The NFL
treated like Eagles fans."
Also, yeah, exactly. They're seeing what it's really like to be real Eagles fans. That's a good point. But also, one last thing. The NFL spokesperson did officially say that this isn't a thing yet. The whole black and white uniform.
Thank God. Because
I did not want to. This is all the players.
Thank God. I did not want to see this on my screen.
Oh, we know. Dude,
That would have been an atrocity.
I will vomit if I see that ever back on the field. The yellow Frankfurt Yellow Jackets, those piss of uniforms. Oh my gosh, I hate those things with a passion. If you thought I hated the freaking Philly City Connect jerseys, I hate the freaking Frankfurt Yellow Jackets with a freaking passion. Dalton knows if I had a chance to piss on them, I would.
Good on you, man.
No, they are ugly as hell. Every time he sees them, he starts complaining. And you know who always goes, I actually like that jersey, Dutch? Tom.
Shocker.
I'm ready to go on Brian Dawkins on him and tackle the crap out of him.
If it was,
he'll wear it to a game this year and tackle him when he wears it.
Listen, man, if it was, Tommy definitely wants all Philly colors to be blue and yellow. At this point, I wouldn't be shocked. He wants all blue and yellow. He wants the Sixers to get a blue and yellow.
I like yellow. I like blue.
Yeah, typical Tom. But I gotta ask
back
you.
To the green uniforms, though. I don't think it's legit. What do you think, Chris? You were gonna say something there for a second.
Yeah, I don't know because I've heard about this for a while. So I thought it was the Eagles couldn't wear their home uniforms.
Apparently, it already got debunked.
But I don't really give a shit. Like this game in Brazil's stupid as hell anyway.
It is.
It's a waste of a home game for the Eagles. And I feel like they should be compensated in some way by the NFL for taking away a home game, especially if they don't have they're not able to wear their home jerseys.
Y'all did not need another home game. That's just more people to get thrown out of a stadium, more people to get beer bottles up in their dome.
Oh yeah, here we go. The Rams fans.
I'm kidding.
God, all the Philly fans.
Listen, man, I'm relating to one experience with where my cousin had.
You probably deserved it. You probably said some stupid shit and got some shit thrown your way, and you deserved it.
It wasn't me. Dalton, did I ever tell you this story before?
No,
let's hear it.
I want to hear because it's bullshit. Right. It's fake.
This is back in 2017.
Some asshole Eagles fan.
No.
Was an animal.
We don't need to hear this shit.
No, this wasn't even me, by the way. This is what happened to
somebody. Yeah, see, it wasn't even me. So it was a bullshit story.
No, it's not a bullshit story. This actually happened. 2017. That's exactly what a liar would say. 2017.
Were you like 3 in 2017?
I was going to be 11, but anyway.
Oh, my God.
Back in 2017, the Eagles had just won the NFC Championship.
You're muted.
My apologies.
Chris muted you by the smirk on his face.
My apologies. Anyway, right after the 2017 NFC Championship game, my cousin's in Philadelphia at the time because she's working for the NFL. She gets on her team butt, and this is a pretty infamous story, actually. The Eagle fans pelted beer bottles at their bus thinking they were the Minnesota Vikings. They were not. They were just NFL media people. And that is the reason.
Fuck them.
It's not my cousin, though. And that is the reason my dad has a black mark on Eagle fans, when really he's just a salty Giants fan. They can't take the fact that they're literally biologically father-son owned by the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes,
and
sir.
Listen, my opinion about Eagle fans has turned around when I started working for y'all. And then y'all stabbed me in the back. So then we're back
we definitely did.
And then we're back here. So it looks like we're officially even again.
Hey, salute to that. And just know our opinion on you, New York fucker, stays the same too, buddy. But that's why we love JJ, because we have a good relationship with him.
You just block and
you're gonna steal our fucking thing now? Fuck off. Get the fuck out. Don't steal our shit.
You don't steal our shit, dude.
Oh my God. That's all Chris. That's not me. But I know you guys also didn't get a chance. Thank you for joining us, JJ. We appreciate you. I want to bring him back on here real quick. JJ, real quick, let everybody know where they can follow you at and find your stuff.
Find me on Empire Sports Media on YouTube. Kata Media set the he walked so we could run. We're officially taking over this joint. And it's going to be fun. I got a lot of NFL content coming out this summer. A lot of college football coming out this summer. It's going to be a very fun summer for me. And there is one thing I did want to ask before I get going. And I guess you could say this is the fun topic of the show. You obviously will do that. KJ mentioned the Frankfurt jerseys. I mentioned the horrible Packers jerseys. What do you guys think are the worst jerseys in the history of the NFL?
Oh, we did we actually did.
Yeah, me and KJ did this list. Go check a couple episodes ago.
Actually, you have to go back.
I swear to God, we did a top 5.
We actually did.
I think mine was the Broncos, yellow and brown off the top of the dome.
Mine was the Bears. There was a Bears uniform back in the 90s that looked like it was out of I don't know,
Dallas
Pennsylvania.
Cowboy jerseys.
Jesus Christ. That's a very good answer. But it's funny you mentioned the worst jerseys because the season hasn't started yet, and the Giants already have an L in the loss.
Oh yeah,
column.
yeah, they do.
Already
Yeah,
wearing the century. They're wearing the century red jerseys week 1. That's automatic.
Those jerseys suck. Those
Hey,
jerseys
by the
suck.
way, the 1970s Montreal Canadiens called. They want their jerseys back. Y'all
Yeah,
really
that's
ripped
what
off the
Matt Perry
Montreal
was
Canadiens.
saying.
It's true. You ripped
Yeah.
off the Canadians.
I love that JJ on his way out here making peace with the Philly podcast knows let me just kick the Giants while they're down.
Dude,
Kick the
what
Giants
what
while
an
they're
awesome New Yorker, dude.
kick the Giants while they're down. I'm not happy at all that we have to play the Eagles in LA again. I was hoping it was going to be in Philly because I may have tried to make the trip to Philly, but I'm already going
You
to
don't want to come to Philly.
Well,
You already
I'll
said
protect
you
you.
don't
I've
want to
been
come.
there.
Yeah,
I've
you're
been
gonna
there.
stereotype.
You
Last
have a
time-
spot to tailgate in Philly. All
Last
jokes
time
aside, you know
last
that.
time I went to a Rams Eagles game, we kicked the crap out of you guys. It was the game where Tyler Higbee had 3 touchdowns at Eagles. I'll
Yeah, I
never
remember
forget.
that game.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that game too. But anyway, oh fuck it. Let me drop the nice guy act. The Philadelphia Phillies are about to pull off a bigger collapse than the New York Mets ever could. Don't be shocked if y'all end up in 3rd place.
Cool. So you guys know where to find JJ at Empire Sports Media. JJ, we appreciate you for joining. Sorry, we just got to get to our next topic here, mofo.
Yeah.
KJ and Chris, you guys haven't said your London prediction yet.
Oh man. Yeah, you're right. All right, you want to go first, Chris?
Yeah.
Go for
Well, I think they're going to win the first game. You know, Ranger Suarez, he's Ranger Suarez at this point. He is, the 3rd ace of this staff at this point. He's been tremendous. I think they'll win the first one, and then I think it's Taiwan Walker pitching tomorrow.
Oh,
Just fucking leave him there. Leave him there. He can
Now-
get back on the Mets bus if he wants to. I don't want anything to do with Taiwan Walker anymore. Fuck him.
Yeah, I think they're going to win today with Ranger Suarez on the mound. I don't believe in the whole JJ saying, well, Ranger sucks against the Mets. Ranger hasn't sucked at all this year. He's been an ace. He's been on fire. So I think Ranger does get this game. The Phillies do win today. Tomorrow, though, I agree with Chris. I don't see how you can win with Taiwan Walker on the mound. I just don't see how you can win a baseball game. And yes, I hope, just as Chris said, I hope he stays on the Mets bus, or I hope he stays in London.
These comments, I mean, Dennis out here just getting really creative with that new Vikings uniform. That's quite the analogy there, man.
They were some interesting uniforms. I mean, they gave me some Penn State vibes. It was weird, but just with purple. It was odd.
So now,
odd.
before we wrap up the show, I do want to talk with you guys. We talked about London, talked about the birds, talked about that Brazil controversy. We have one more topic for you guys. Now, this is something Chris wanted to talk about. Luis Robert. Did I go ahead and say it right?
Yes, you did.
Fair.
So,
Robert.
it's rumored that the White Sox want to move on from Robert. Here's my thoughts on it. I wouldn't mind it, but I'm also not all in on it. Like, I don't think they should be giving up Painter. I don't think they should be giving up Miller, which they probably would have to give up to get him. If you look at Robert's history, he's only had one season where he played over 100 games. It was last year. He was tremendous last year, but I just can't trust that he's going to stay healthy. And with all the injuries they've had already this year, you gotta get somebody who's healthy. Now the upsides are he's 26 years old. He's got 3.5 years of control. And I mean, if you looked at the way he played last year, he is a legit top 5 center fielder in the game when he's healthy. The problem is when he's healthy. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm more on the Kyle Tucker train if he's available. I don't think he's going to be, but I would give up literally my left nut for Kyle Tucker.
KJ, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I like Luis Robert. I like him a lot. I think he's a great player, as Chris said. Yeah, I also have a bunch of rookie cards of his, so that would be awesome to actually get him here and actually get have a Phillies rookie. I mean, but for a different team. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, rookie card, if that makes any sense for all the card collectors. But yeah, I think it would be a decent move because right now, obviously, we're missing Brandon Marsh right now. I think how long is he out for, Chris? Like a month?
Yeah, I think it's going to be about a month.
Yeah, so it's going to be a little while with him. So, I mean, obviously, he is a missing piece of this team. I mean, he brings a lot of energy to the fan base. And I mean, I think the team as well, as just a team morale, as I was saying before. But yeah, I think it's a huge loss. But then if you get Robert, I think, yeah, that'd be great. But I mean, Kyle Tucker would be awesome as well. I mean, to get one of the Houston Astros players, I mean, somebody that beat us in the World Series, I mean, like, hey, that'd be kind of cool though, because like, hey, you see him as a villain, but then you also see him as now as like maybe like a certain hero out of nowhere. So that'd be kind of cool. So yeah, I hope the Phillies do make a move. I have heard that Luis Robert, like his number one destination spot is Philly. So that would be really cool to get him here.
Do you guys think that if they go, our center fielder being Marsh, so you think Marsh is done if Robert goes?
Marsh
Like
will be
that would be
left.
the package. So he would get
Marsh
moved to left, and then Casty would probably be gone.
Yeah, Marsh has been playing left all year. It'll be either Rojas and right, maybe, or Castellanos still, which trying to avoid Castellanos out there. But the good thing is, if you do wind up throwing Rojas in right field, that is a stellar outfield. Like there's nothing getting past them at that point, unless it's hit over their heads, which with Taijuan Walker pitching will happen. But yeah, I'm not sure the way they feel about Castellanos still. I mean, he's starting to pick it up a little bit now. His defense is atrocious, so we'll see how much longer we have of Castellanos. But yeah, it'll be a nice outfield out there.
Could you see them trading and trying to put Castellanos in the package though? Like, could you see him?
I don't think the White Sox have the money to take on his deal.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because he's
unless we ate the salary.
That's why I call him, and I know that you think Taijuan Walker is the Tobias Harris of the Phillies. I think it's more Castellanos just because, like,
Castellanos went to a World Series with the team, though.
That's true. That's true. But I mean, that's just how I see it. But I mean, like, yeah, it's going to be interesting if they do make a trade. What packages? I mean, what players they are gonna put in the trade package if they actually make this move.
Yeah, you guys pretty much took all the words out of my mouth. That's all we got for you guys on this Saturday morning. If you guys haven't, please follow KJ at official KJ McCoy. Please follow Chris at Chaos Chris PHL and give us a follow at 302 Birds. And all of us a follow on Instagram at Sippin' Sports. But English Mac, you want to go ahead and take us out here?
Let's go, Chops. Let's take it off to London. The London series taking on the Poverty Mets. Let's take them down there, Chops. Come on, mates. Let's go.
More.
Fuck the Redcoats.